Hello champions, how are you doing? Well, happy Janmashtami to all of you fine people. Janmashtami is a day when Lord Krishna was born. Lord Krishna was a coach to Arjun in the war, the biggest war in the Hindu mythology called Mahabharata. Now, Mahabharata is not only considered as a religious text for Hindus, but it is also looked at as a management book. A book that explains how everything around us is actually contextual. I'm going to show you a picture. Have a look at that and tell me what is the first thing that comes to your mind. Here's the picture. Now you may have thought of a red dot simply, you may have thought of signal, you may have thought of blood, you may have thought of stop. There are several versions of how your mind would have interpreted this very red dot. This is context, my friend. And we live in the world where everything is interpreted in a million ways. So as a leader, how should you operate? Well, here are 5 lessons from Lord Krishna. And this is my interpretation of what I have learned from the text of Mahabharata. Keep watching. Welcome back champions, and today we are discussing 5 lessons from Lord Krishna, the book of Mahabharata, the religious text of Mahabharata. Now remember, this is not a video that is talking about the religion. That's not the intention. We are trying to learn the management aspects from this book. Lord Krishna helped see Arjun thinks differently. There was an episode where Arjun starts to decide and starts getting confused on whether he has to fight a war against his own family, against his own teacher or no. And Krishna helps him see the same situation differently. The result is Arjun winning the war. So here are the 5 lessons that I learned from Mahabharata. Point number 1, think with a calm mind. A calm mind is like still water. When you throw a pebble in that still water, everything that the pebble has to offer, the calm mind, the still water absorbs it, showing you the ripples that the pebble creates when it drops into the water. A chaotic mind, a mind which is not calm, is like sea water. You throw a pebble in it, it does not absorb anything that the pebble has to offer. In fact, the pebble disappears in the chaos of the waves in the sea. So when your mind is like still water, it can absorb all the opportunities that are coming your way. And there are many. Meditation is one way you can become calm. You don't have to quiet your mind, you just have to become calm. Point number 2, give up on the results. Now, as counterintuitive this may sound, this is very, very powerful. Let me explain. Lord Krishna uses this term Nishkam Karma, which goes to say do without expecting results. And here is why he says that. When you are expecting the result to happen because you are actioning things, you are going to be waiting to see those results happen. And every time you don't see the result coming to you as yet, you will have a sense of disappointment. It will take you away. It will derail you. The disappointment will derail you from your actions. Your calm mind would become like the waves of the sea. And if it derails you from the action, who knows? The result was just a stone throw away. But it is your mind that got disturbed because you were thinking results. You would have heard several variations of the same thing. Sadhguru, for example, says, if you want rose, you got to work with soil, water and manure. None of it looks like a flower, but if you work with that, you will get a flower. Lord Krishna says, Nishkam Karma, you got to focus on working and doing your actions, and that will get you the result, but don't long for it. This does not mean you don't have to do actions with an intention. You must have a goal in mind. Just that, don't expect the goal to come to you when you want it. Have a goal, set your actions, Keep doing the actions and enjoy the very journey, because ultimately that's the only thing that you and I can control. Lesson number 3, see everyone in the same way. Now, I learned this in my corporate journey. My boss told me, never burn the bridges that you walk once. That tells you, don't ever start judging a person specifically from the negative emotion point of view, simply because the actions that the person took was not right in your dictionary. Remember, what are actions? Actions are nothing but reactions to a situation. Maybe for that situation, the person's action for himself was right, but for others it wasn't. Remember context, it was right for him, wrong for you. People are not bad. Situations make people action things which may be interpreted as bad. So see people as people and not as the actions that they have taken on certain situation. Doing this will help you select good people for your company. Doing this will help you keep relations with the customers who probably haven't paid you in a certain time. Keeping relations will help your business prosper. Point number 4, set high standards. A noble man is followed by a lot of people, and you never know what is the definition of a noble man for people around you. Chances are they are following you. Setting high standards gives you a chance to influence people to do the right things. Also, what kind of people do we make friends with? We make friends with people who we can talk and share our ideas with, right? I call it, and you call it too, like-minded people. So if your standards are high, imagine what kind of people are you going to attract? You are going to attract people with those high standards, and that is going to take your life to the next level. Point number 5, be ready for change. Krishna says inaction or being stationary makes you lazy, makes you ignorant, makes you careless. And guess why? Because if you don't change for the better, you do not have newer experiences, because you're doing the same thing over and over again. There's nothing changing. If you don't change, you don't get newer experiences, newer learnings. Even if you want to call it newer failures, because they are also a way to learn. If you don't get anything new in your life, you're depriving yourself from the experiences life has to offer. And when you do the same thing, you kind of become ignorant of what the possibilities are, which then impacts your entire life. You may be hit by an uncertain event that you could have seen. Everybody saw it. You did not, because you're ignorant. You are not changing. You are not allowing the new to come. The only constant in life, my friend, is starting and ending. Everything that you do today has to end and the new has to begin. These 5 points, my people, are like checklist of your leadership quotient. You may want to check all of this maybe every week and see if you're living this. Lord Krishna helped Arjun see things in a different way. Arjun was confused whether he should fight with his teacher, his grandfather, his cousins. But it was Krishna who told him that in the war, they were not playing the part of the cousin or the teacher or the grandfather. They were playing the part of enemies. And his role was to make sure that he does not allow anyone with wrong intentions to influence his community. That was his karma. If Krishna would not have explained this different way of looking at things, the different context of looking at things, Arjun would never have fought the war. Arjun would never have won the war. Arjun would never have protected the empire, and that entire community would have possibly been a disaster. It is the way you look at things that change your life forever. If you think for your business you are stuck and you want a difference of opinion, I am no Krishna, but I definitely can give you a different perspective to your business. And if you want to talk to me, go on to my website, fill up a form, and I'll be very, very happy to give you my ways of looking at the business. So if you like this video, hit a big fat like. Share it with your friends, colleagues, business partners who want to sharpen their leadership skills. If you've not subscribed to this channel, you must hit that red button and don't forget the black icon. That's the way you would know every time I put up a video like this. Until we meet next time, keep propelling.